Hey, this is Joanna with Adventures of Miss Peach, and I want to share with you my 10-year journey of my RV living, tiny home living. Not officially a tiny home on wheels, but that was my minimal tiny home RV, various RV living that you're going to see throughout this video. I started out in this home that I lived in with my 3 children for 4 years, and then some changes came in our life where I kind of was forced to move for financial reasons, and so I wasn't sure if I wanted to go into an apartment or what I wanted to do, but I decided I wanted to go the RV route. This camper was just one example of what we did camp in when we were early married with young kids. Then I decided, once I moved out of that home, to move into this fifth wheel. It was stationary. I never had a truck. I lived at a local RV park. I paid somebody to paint. We changed floorings, we meaning me, and I worked on a backsplash. Just really renovated it to make it my own. I really was happy with the outcome. It was 40 feet and had 5 slide outs. I was blessed with the best, what I consider to be the best spot in the RV park, right across from these views that you're seeing. I was there for 2 years. I thought that one of my children was going to come back to live with me that had lived overseas with his dad. And so I sold the RV and moved into a townhome, which you'll see next. The townhome I was in for 2 years as well, and realized since my daughter was in college and my 2 boys were overseas that when I saw them was just in the summers and on Christmas, and they just weren't coming long enough to visit to make it worth paying for the home that I had. And I felt like, okay, they're getting older, they're working in the summers, they're visiting friends in the summers, they're teenagers, and I just felt like it was time to maybe start exploring the U.S. And the only way that I could do that on a teacher's salary was to be able to get an RV. And so I decided that I would go ahead and sell the townhome and buy a Class C RV. This was in November of 2019. So my brother and sister-in-law and we all went out to Durango, Colorado, actually. And we flew out there, flew into Albuquerque, got a rental car, drove up to Durango and looked at the RV, decided to go ahead and get it. And then we took the cross-country road back home, which took about 3 days of driving. And that began my journey with this RV. I stayed in that stationary in the same park, but at a different spot since I was not able to claim that original spot. I stayed there for maybe a year and a half, but I was just in this Class C RV for half of that time. The more you live in small spaces, you realize how every little bit of space makes a difference. And the way everything's laid out makes a difference. If you have pets, it makes a difference. And at the time, I had a couple different pets. And anyway, so I just wanted to find something that was a better fit for me and my little family that lived on the day-to-day. Some of the things that you can see in the pictures of the Class C RV that I did was to have it painted from brown to white. I had to have it painted twice. I painted some of it, paid some friends to do it as well. The first coat of painting didn't go so well, so I needed to have it painted again. Put up the faux brick around the edge of the refrigerator, and then eventually I ended up getting flooring changed out from the carpet to what do you call it, like a vinyl flooring, a vinyl plank flooring, because the carpet was just holding odors and hair from the pets, and it was gross and it smelled anyway, and it's just so much easier to clean and look so much better, as you can see. I was really pleased with that. It was always a work in progress the whole time that I had it. And it was good, but because this was 2020, I never got to travel in it the way that I was hoping to, because everybody was on lockdown. So I basically was just stationary and didn't even really get to go on any trips. During this time, I started to look at some truck campers, because I was thinking that I would want to get a big truck and pull a truck camper. I saw a video on YouTube and I was inspired and saw this woman who was single, and she was toting this big, huge Host Mammoth truck camper. So I sold my other one, got this one delivered, and actually this was shorter. I think my Class C RV was 29 feet. But it was 29 feet long. This was 19 feet long, but it had 3 slide outs, and it felt so much bigger, and it was so much better to live in. Some of the pictures that I was showing earlier, a few seconds ago, was that I was already dreaming of a potential van life conversion. I'm thinking van lifing, a van conversion. So I've had that on the brain this whole time. It's just hard to do funding for vans, or for van conversions. So right now I was enjoying still staying at the RV park, did not work on any conversions as far as renovations to this little tiny home truck camper. It was awesome. It's the largest one. It's called the Host Mammoth. I really enjoyed living in it. But the more I was thinking about it, the more I realized it would be just too much money for me to get a truck, and it would be too hard for me to carry it or try to transport it myself. So I bought a empty cargo van, and was going to try to get a personal loan to be able to have it renovated, but professionally. And so that's what I was working on. I kind of made it like a dorm room on the inside while I could, and made my own bed. I put concrete blocks down, plywood, put my bed up on that, bought plastic drawers like a dorm room. I lived in it for 4 months and traveled the U.S. I went cross country to Montana and back. I had an awesome trip. I was showering at Planet Fitness, and that was a great trip. It really was awesome. I was able to see things that I'd never been able to see before, and I did want to be able to have a converted van, and the more I was looking into it, the more difficult it was financially to be able to figure that out. So as you can see, this is what I have now. I traded my cargo van in for a completed RV that is done. And I really have loved this. I've had a lot of issues with it. It's been kind of like a love-hate relationship. Not even a love-hate, a love-frustration relationship. It's beautiful on the inside. I don't use the bathroom to go to the bathroom in or shower, because I pay to shower at a friend's house and to do laundry there. And so I kind of use the bathroom as a closet. I hate to say it, but I pee in a jug. So I just empty that every week at a local park. I've made it very simple to live in this. I don't have water. I've lived in RVs so many different times. I didn't want to deal with black and gray water tanks. But now my journey is about to change. I've been waiting for this since 2024. I've been looking at having a tiny home. I even tried to move into my black minivan while I was selling this big camper van, but it didn't sell. So now, as you can see, I've got tiny home plans, It's taken a while. I've had some bumps along the road, but it is happening within a month. Hopefully, by the first week of May in 2024, I am going to have my tiny home delivered, and I am thrilled. I am so excited. I will still keep the van to travel in, but I am going to be able to have a home base that is stationary. I'm not worrying about having a truck. I found some property to rent. I'm super excited. And the space that I will have is going to be so much more than what I have in the van right now. I've lived in a van between the white cargo van and this one for 3 years, and I'm ready to have a larger area. And I hope you follow me on my journey as I start to show you videos that show the process of it being built and let you know what it's like to live in a tiny home. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, the like button, and notification bell for future videos. I hope you have a great day. Live intentionally and be blessed.